My name is Katya Nemec. I am the Associate for Children, Youth, and Family Ministries at Emmanuel Church on Mercer Island. This is one of the many videos that our staff at Emmanuel Church have made for our congregation during the time of COVID-19. In the description box below, you'll find a link to a welcome video from our Reverend Elizabeth, where she talks about all the various things that we're doing to help keep the Spirit of Holy Week alive at home. This video is an instructional video on how to make a sacred space or an altar at home. Reverend Elizabeth did another video of how to make one from scratch, and this one is meant to be more of a family-friendly / how to build on the sacred spaces that you already have at home. Now, what I've created here behind me is nothing new. You may have heard of ofrendas in Mexico, but people build similar altars or sacred spaces all over Southeast Asia and East Asia, as well as in the Pacific Islands. I put mine in the dining room for two reasons. First, mealtimes have always been such a special time in my family. Having reminders of Oma by the dining table just feels right. It's kind of like she's the patron saint of family meals. And the second reason is that it makes concrete for me the imagery of meeting Jesus in a new way during the Eucharist. As the disciples encountered Jesus in a new way as they broke bread and drank wine, I believe we too can encounter our loved ones in the Eucharist. I love to imagine that when I come up for communion, that on the other side my loved ones are coming there and we just meet in this beautiful, holy, sacred time and place. And so after I received communion, I go back to the pews and I just feel the spirit of my loved ones and just wonder at the mystery of the resurrection. So on my altar, you have an image of Oma, some of her favorite flowers, candles, and this crystal cross that Daniel and I received from her on our wedding day. There are some birds here, as you can see, and the reason why I have put birds on this altar is to remember Daniel's grandma Jane. She died a few years before Oma did, and Grandpa Ray also died around the same time that she did. And so we've included them on our altar too to help us feel connected to them and to celebrate them whenever we come together for times of communion and celebration. Oh, and lastly here, this is an espresso mug. Oma drank a lot of coffee, and she always drank it in one of these tiny espresso mugs. So sometimes in the mornings, I like to drink my coffee next to this picture of Oma and think of this mug and smile because I know that she's probably somewhere enjoying the quiet stillness of a beautiful morning with me. So one of the resources that we have sent folks home with is this. Holy Week Tenebrae, a home-based devotional. So you don't really have to make the sacred space for your loved ones. This is just me showing you what I already have. In this devotional, one thing they suggest is making a Easter wreath. And I just thought that was such a lovely idea and I really wanted to make one. So I'm going to show you my Easter wreath, and I would love it if you guys made your own and took photos and shared it with us on the Emmanuel Community page. So without further ado, this is what my Easter wreath is going to look like. So you could just do anything that is like a circle. So you could use your old Advent wreath, you could use bare branches, you can make something from scratch, or you can do what I did and went on Amazon and bought this. I bought a crown of thorns. I will put the link in the description box if you would like to buy one for yourself as well. So this is going to be the centerpiece. As you can see, I've moved some things around, but I did that so that you could see the wreath a little easier. And the other thing you will need just for a really basic Easter wreath is 1 Christ candle and 4 small candles. So here is my Christ candle. Here is one small candle. Here's another. I have two more over here. So my Easter altar is almost complete. The only thing left that I want to add is are these watercolor pieces that I've done. These are just names of other family members and friends who have died that I also want to remember and hope to continue to encounter them in new ways. And so I didn't really like just leaving them on the altar, so I have this beautiful mother of pearl box that I'm going to put them on. The week begins by lighting all the candles in the Holy Week wreath as we hear the hosannas of the Palm Sunday story. Then as days go by, the candles are extinguished one by one until the wreath is shrouded on Holy Saturday. On Easter Sunday, the shroud is lifted and we decorate our wreath with flowers, eggs, candy, and light to celebrate light, beauty, and joy. So this is a very basic Easter wreath to help you get in the spirit of Holy Week. It's a very simple altar that you and your family can build at home. Again, you do not have to have photos and items of your loved ones behind you. I'm just doing that because it's still part of my grieving process. And I would love to see some of your creations. So please join the Emmanuel Community group on Facebook. If you do not know how, please email me at katya@emmanuelmi.org and I will help you. Or if you don't want to join the community page, that is totally fine. You can just email me your creations. I would love to see them. But if you do join the page, share them, do a before and after photo. I would love to see it. I will also do a before and after. I look forward to seeing how each of you bring beauty, light, and joy into your homes this Easter. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day. Bye.